back to my channel. Today's a really exciting video because I will be showing you the apartments I visited but didn't end up getting, and there'll be a follow-up video to this one showing you the apartment I'm currently in. Hi, future Siena here. Just want to apologize for my looks during this entire video. Not right now. I mean, maybe I should apologize, I don't know. But my mom saw it and said I looked crusty and that I should refilm it. So this is me now trying to refilm it 3 months later, looking not as crusty. Only thing is I don't remember what I said. I already did the whole montage of the video. So just imagine this face a little less crusty throughout what you're about to see that's coming like now. Oh wait, no, not done. Also, you're probably wondering why now this camera quality is way better. It's because I'm filming on my iPhone and didn't realize that my little camcorder was not that great of quality, so please also just bear with me. But okay, enjoy it. So just to let you know that this video I'm filming a year after I actually moved into my current apartment. So all these apartments that I'm about to show you were filmed between August and September, October. I'll be first going through my must-haves and nice-to-haves and a bit about my budget and like the whole process, and then I'll get into showing you the actual apartments. Keep in mind I filmed this a year ago on my iPhone, so I wasn't thinking about making a YouTube video out of it, so the format is not the best and like the filming is not the best, but just bear with me. And I'm reading off of this if ever you see me looking down. Okay, so my must-haves. This was like a non-negotiable, but I ended up kind of like compromising when I was going through the searching process of apartments. So must-have was a bathtub. Like that's like my number one thing. I love taking baths. Size-wise, I was looking for a minimum of 50 square meters. I wanted a lot of natural light, not necessarily big windows, but just that it got enough light during the day. Which also meant that it would have to be southwest or west facing. And then what would be nice to have, a balcony. I know like a lot of people are like that should be a must-have, but I mean like I can go walk outside if I really wanted air, you know. So anyways, balcony, a view. Again, I don't necessarily need a view. I just don't want like a concrete building right in front of me. Nice to have would be a washer and dryer in unit, but I think that's quite rare in Switzerland to have anyways. Like a lot of apartment complexes, you have to share the washer and dryer, so that wasn't a big deal. And then another nice to have is like if the building was a new build and it had like modern appliances. And then my budget was $1,500 a month including parking, and that was like really the highest I could go. Okay, so this was my first time like looking for apartments, and I didn't realize how hard it was gonna be not to like find apartments of it. Well, that was hard too. There wasn't that much on the market at the time, but also just like all the paperwork, and I had like recommendation letters written, which I didn't think people did, but apparently it helped me get this place. Took me like a lot more time than I thought to get all the paperwork together and to actually be accepted into an apartment. But I mean, you kind of just learn along the way. And I was always told don't jump on the first place you see because you don't know what's out there. And the more you see places and apartments, the more you know what you want and you don't want. I don't think this only applies to Switzerland, but we have to show proof of income for the last 3 months. And I had just at the time finished my apprenticeship, so I didn't yet have 3 months of like a full employee salary, so that I had to like work around. I mean, all very legal, but yeah, it was a bit complicated. I don't know if this is only like how we say it in Switzerland or this applies to other countries, but if we say 2-room or 2-bedroom, it means living room, separate bedroom, and then a separate kitchen. And if we say like 2.5 rooms or 2.5 bedrooms, it's living room with a kitchen like connected to it, So it's like an open plan and 1 bedroom. Okay, so this is the first apartment I went to see, and I was just super excited. Like, in my head, this was everything I dreamed of my future apartment being. Again, it was the first apartment I saw, so I didn't know what exactly I wanted and didn't want. So this was a 2.5 bedroom, about 50 square meters. It was a new build, washer dryer in unit, had a bathtub, southwest facing, and on budget, but like exactly on budget. So, I mean, it would have worked, but it was on like the high end of what I was willing to spend a month. So basically, it ticked. Did I say it had a bath? Ticked all my boxes of what I wanted. But then when it got down to it, it also ticked a lot of things that I did not want. So what I liked about this apartment was that it had new appliances, so it was a pretty new build. It had an island, which was a bit short. You can see they added like another little table right next to it. The concrete wall, love the concrete wall. It kind of gave like this industrial feel, which I really liked. Nice wood floors. You can see there's like a lot of lighting coming from the right side of the window. And then as you go out on the balcony, they're building a new building right in front of it. So again, I don't necessarily need a view, but this is like right in front of it. The downside to this apartment was that you had a road to the left of you and then the river to the right of you, and that's where you can see like the sun coming in. But then you only get that sliver of sun a day, so we were there at the perfect time to have sunlight at that time, but I'm guessing like in the morning you don't get that much sun. Also, a thing that I did not like was that the balcony didn't really have any privacy, so you were really close to the neighboring apartment. So like if you were out there on your balcony, you could literally reach your hand out and touch the neighboring apartment's balcony. So that, I don't know how I really felt about that. Another thing that like I feel like I only noticed because it's stuff my parents pointed out to me or have like mentioned in the past is that the wood paneling on the floor should go like the long way to elongate the space, and it didn't. It went like the short way, which did make the room feel a bit small. I like they had built-in storage, which was nice. A washer and dryer and a separate bathroom, which is really good when you have guests. I mean, yeah, I really liked it. It was pretty modern. And then you'd come into the bedroom area and you'd have an ensuite, which I think that was pretty nice, with a bathtub, which I love. And then again, concrete wall in the bedroom, which was cool. The only thing is you can't really hang stuff. I mean, it's kind of hard to drill through a concrete wall, so, but that wasn't a big deal. The bedroom was quite small, and how they had it laid out, so the bed and facing it was a closet, was kind of like the only possible way to lay out the space, which I wasn't the biggest fan of. There's a fan when I said I wasn't the biggest fan of. And then the view from the bedroom, nothing too special, but it was fine. All in all, like, since this was the first apartment I saw, and since it pretty much ticked all of my must-have boxes, and a lot of my nice-to-have boxes, I was like, okay, this is perfect. I want this. Like, let's do it. So I sent in my application. This was before I had like a recommendation letter, and I think I was missing a couple documents too, and they denied me, but it wasn't like that big a surprise. But I was disappointed because I was like, oh, like that was the perfect place. All in all, I'm happy I did get it because where I am now is way better. But yeah, so that was for apartment number 1. Apartment number 2, this was like, I fell in love with this place, even though it would not be my typical choice of like apartments, if that makes sense. It was a 2-bedroom, so separate kitchen, living room, and 1 bedroom. Approximately approximately 50 square meters. It was an older building. Washer and dryer had to be shared by the people in the apartment complex. Southwest facing with a view, and it was like way under budget. It didn't have a parking, but I could get street parking easily. And yeah, for the price, I thought it was pretty freaking good. The thing is, I didn't actually go and see this. I couldn't because I was working, so my brother and my mom went for me, and so it's my brother who's filming the video, which when I watch this video, I kind of get a bit nauseous, but we will not judge his filming style, even though I just did. So you come in, you have this little hallway, which he didn't show. They just updated the kitchen, which was quite nice. You could probably fit a little table in there to have breakfast. Then you had the door to go out on the balcony, which was a decent sized balcony. It was very long, but the view, I just love this view. It's like it's a view of the park. So you just had like a lot of greenery, and then the only thing like in front of you are trees, which I don't know, I love. Normally I don't care about a view, but now seeing this view compared to the other one that had a building in front of it, I like a view. Another thing that I loved about this apartment was that it was literally a 2-minute walk from the lake and a 1-minute walk from my grandparents' apartment. So I just fell in love. So you can see there's that little nook there that's like the front door. This is the living room, which was a decent size, also has a door to go out on the balcony. I mean, the flooring is a bit outdated, but I didn't really mind. And then you walk through this other little section that had a pretty nice bathroom, no bath, but then I was willing to compromise. So again, seeing these two different apartments that were like, one had exactly what I wanted, and one had stuff that I didn't think I wanted, but I was willing to compromise other things to get this one. I don't know, life works in funny ways. I don't know why he films the door. Okay. Decent sized bathroom, could fit a bit of stuff there. Also, decent sized bedroom, had a window, again, looking out on the park, and then some built-in storage, which was nice. All in all, I would have to say this apartment was a 10 out of 10 based on location, view, space. I mean, it was pretty decent. I would have to compromise on some things, but it wasn't that big a deal. So I sent in my documents and waited a little bit, and waited a week, and then called them, and they said, you'll have an answer later today. I was like, okay, great. And I got an email saying, congratulations, you've been accepted. And I was so excited, really super excited. It's like, okay, this is my new apartment. And I told everybody, I called my mom, and then I went back on my emails a little bit later, and I got another email saying, unfortunately, you did not get the apartment. I was like, what? So I called and I said, yeah, I got an email saying I got the apartment, and another one saying I didn't. I don't know what, can you clarify? And they said, oh yeah, no, you didn't get it. I was like, okay, but I don't understand why I got a first email saying I did. She's like, oh yeah, I don't know, but you didn't get it, it's not for you. I was like, okay, well, I was kind of waiting for an apology, even though the person probably didn't give two shits, but I don't know, I just felt it was really rude, not oh, sorry, we made a mistake and we sent out an email saying you did, but unfortunately it's not for you. It was oh, no, you didn't get it. Then we move on to the third one. Honestly, I don't know why I even went to see this, but I just knew it wasn't gonna be for me. So this one was 2 rooms, approximately 40 square meters, which is pretty small. Very outdated. I don't know about a washer and dryer. There definitely wasn't one in unit, but they did mention one being for the whole apartment building. It was southeast facing, which means you only get the sunrise, which wasn't my favorite. And yeah, I don't know, the layout was just weird. How I start this video is right when you walk in, you have the living room, which I did like, so it was very just kind of boom, it's there. There wasn't a little hallway or anything. Quite small, so they had their couch and a desk with a TV above it, I think. Can't really see. There's no place to put a dining table or anything. Balcony was pretty small. I like the views on the river with trees, so like you wouldn't have anybody looking in, but again, I didn't like that it was facing in that direction, kind of filming low because I didn't want to film their faces. Bathroom, very outdated. Like again, I could, like it would be fine, but if like other things ticked the boxes and they didn't. Kitchen really small, could only fit a small table in there, and just not my particular style. And then bedroom was quite decent. They redid the floors in the bedroom and had a nice amount of closet space. But again, it was really small and I just wasn't feeling it. And I think this one was under budget, but it was overpriced for what it was. So I didn't send in my application for this one, which was fine. The fourth one I went to go see was actually in the same building as the second one. And to be honest, like I feel like the layout was a bit nicer and it was a bit bigger, but it was more southeast facing, so only morning sun, and then it was more like it was like on the roadside and your bedroom was facing a busy street, whereas in the second apartment it was facing the park. Nice balcony, but right there you can see that's where the park is. The kitchen is quite spacious, you could fit a table in there. I couldn't film the whole thing, there was so many people. This one had a bathtub, which was nice. Pretty big living room area and dining area. And I didn't film the bedroom, but yeah, it just wasn't, like, when I saw how good that second apartment was, I just kind of forgot about it. So that concludes my apartment hunt. I did actually go see about 7 or 8 apartments, but those other ones I didn't end up filming because I felt that it wasn't worth it. And I just already kind of knew before going to see them that they wouldn't interest me at all. I'm just kind of going for the fun of it and also kind of just to see what else is out there. And luckily I did not get that very first one or the second one that really interests me, because ultimately I found the perfect place for me and it suits my needs now currently, and I couldn't be happier. So in the next video I'll give you an apartment tour of where I am now, and with this bright sunlight. Oh my god. Is that it? And just some things about my current apartment. It is over budget, but it does tick all my must-have boxes and most of my nice-to-have boxes, and I couldn't be happier with it. And honestly, there's some things now, like a balcony, that I thought it was a nice-to-have, but I couldn't see myself living without one. And as I said in the beginning, you shouldn't jump on the first place you see because you don't know what's out there and what's better, which again is hard because there could be something better than this one, but for right now and my needs at the moment, this covers everything. So yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know down below which apartment was your favorite, and in the next video I'll be showing you my empty apartment tour. Cool. Bye!